so you stay full. And then we expect to be calm. We expect calm from ourselves and from our children. But when we zoom out, it's not just about this one moment, okay? It's about the pace of how we're living and how little space there actually is for regulation to happen. Real quick, before we begin, if this right here is a space that's been supporting you, make sure that you're following this podcast so that the conversations keep on finding you when you need them. And if you're wanting a little bit more support in your day-to-day, I share some quick reflections and small, easy shifts each week inside my Nature to Nurture newsletter. It's a space that invites you to slow down, to reconnect, and to feel more supported in your parenting and caregiving journey. You can join us at the link down in the show notes. If your child has been having more meltdowns lately, more big emotions, more clinginess, just needing more from you, I want to offer you something you might not have thought about. It may not be about their behavior. If we haven't met before, my name's Tiffany. This right here is the Nature to Nurture podcast, and this is where we talk about what it really looks like to care for our children and for ourselves in a way that feels a little bit more steady and a lot more supported. Because somewhere along the way, we started believing that good parenting means we keep our kids engaged all the time, keeping them busy, making sure that they are always doing something, that they are always stimulated. And if there's empty space, we rush to fill it. But what we don't always realize is how much stimulation our children are actually holding. And not just our kids, but us too. When we look at how most families are living right now, there is so much input. There's a lot of noise, a lot of transitions, a lot of expectations. And there's not much space. Space to process, to release, to settle in. And that space, that's where something really important comes in. Boredom. Or what we think looks like boredom. It's not something to fix. It's something that the nervous system needs. Children need this empty space to stay true to who they are, to stay true to their benign being. This empty space gives them the opportunity to discharge. Discharge is simply allowing them to release what isn't true, what they don't need to hold on to, okay? To release the energy that they've got pent up, the emotions hiding under there, the stimulation that won't stop. And that doesn't always look like something calm. It might look like a lot of movement, crazy noises, silliness and goofiness, and big feelings. And when there's not space for that, when kids don't have that opportunity to discharge, what we often see instead is that they show us more frustration, more clinginess, more dysregulation, and they need more support. It's not because something is wrong, but it's because of something natural that doesn't have the space to be. Now, this is where we can gently shift how we see things. Instead of asking, how do we stop this behavior? We need to ask, what might need space here? What do they actually need to release? I want to take this back to you for a quick second. How often are you, the parent or the caregiver, moving from one thing to the next without space or a second to release what you were carrying to pick up the next thing? So you stay full. And then we expect to be calm. We expect calm from ourselves and from our children. But when we zoom out, it's not just about this one moment, okay? It's about the pace of how we're living and how little space there actually is for regulation to happen. Now I know you're here listening to this because you don't want to live in that pace, right? You want to have that space for you and for your child. You want that regulation to actually happen. And I want to keep this really simple for you. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to start by creating small pockets of space. It could be 5 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. You don't need to have a plan and you don't need to have a structure. And when you have that space, leave it. Again, it's space. It's not planned. It's empty. Leave it. Do not fill it. And stay present in that space. You don't need to entertain anything. You don't need to direct, whether for you and your child. Just have space. And I want you to be prepared for some release. What comes up might not look like calm, relaxing space, okay? That doesn't mean it's wrong. That is the discharge happening. That is all of that stuff that you and your child have been holding up, have been penting in, that's not allowing you to be your true self, getting out of the way. And once you allow that space, once you allow that to come out, regulation will follow. And on the other side, you may start to see and feel that you all are more calm, more creative, more independent. I want to encourage you, instead of asking, how do I keep my child calm? We need to ask, where can I create space for them to release everything that they've been holding? If you want a quick place to begin, I did create something to support you in this. It's called the Calm Home Reset Guide. It walks you through a few small shifts that can really help you to reduce overstimulation in your own home and bring steadiness into your own day. You can download it down in the show notes. These are the tasks, the tips, the tricks, the steps that I've taken in my own life to help give me space to allow that discharge and to create our own calm home, even when life and chaos is still around us. Again, I want to remind you, it's not your job to fill every moment. Sometimes what your child needs the most is space and a little more trust in what is already there.